Chapter 8, Who is My Best Self? So make sure you've got your book, your workbook, and this one is one where well, that didn't show very well, where we definitely have some content that is helpful for you as you are getting in touch with yourself, as you're becoming the best director you can be. So this is a really important part for you. We're going to talk a little bit about what it means and how it's going to help you as a director, but it's also going to be used in so many more places. And so it's really going to help you get from overwhelmed to I got this, because you're going to be able to balance more aspects of your life. You're going to be able to find more things within your life click, because all of a sudden things that you just couldn't figure out why doing it the way you were doing it wasn't working, you're going to get a little insight. So even though the chapter doesn't look very big, we think it's impactful. Yeah, it's also, they're all subjects that if you Google the subject, so like management styles, love language, learning styles, you'll find tons and tons and tons of information. So we could provide you with a bunch, but there's great books already about these topics. So we're not going to give you a whole book on that topic. So remember that as you read our book and you go, boy, they don't talk about that subject very often. It's because there's great books about these topics. We gave you enough for you to want to go get more information. Yeah. So let's start with one that I know we didn't spend as much time on as some of you maybe wanted, which is your love languages. And this is one that comes and goes as far as how well received it is in the psychological circles or whatever, but it is a very useful shorthand, if nothing else. Okay. So how do you feel appreciated? How do you feel recognized? It's not all about lovey-dovey stuff. It's how do you feel appreciated and recognized that you are valued? How do you feel valued as a person? And so you can actually Google, and there's quizzes, right? But you can look it up as far as 5 love languages for appreciation. So it's not necessarily just your five love languages with your spouse or significant other or with your children. It is for appreciation. And this is helpful, not just for you, because, we're the director or owner or manager, but also for your teachers. This is huge for your teachers. So let's talk about what the 5 different ones are. Okay. So the one that people are very familiar with is touch. The person who you have to give a pat on the back to. Physically. You have to be physically touched. You love to get a pat on the back when you do well. You are constantly leaning up against people. Okay, that kind of thing. We've got words of affirmation. You did a good job today, Kate. That's me. So people, we in education call these the gold star kids, right? The kids who are like, if you'll give me a sticker, I'll do anything, right? So we've got our words of affirmation, physical touch, words of affirmation, deeds of service. This is in the classroom. I'm using a lot of classroom here because we see it with the little kids, right? There's that kid who will make a picture for the teacher and go, I made your picture. That is deeds of service. They are making something. There's a related one, some people think, which is gifts. Deeds of service is you created something or you helped someone with something. Gifts is what it sounds like. We're giving you stuff. Yeah, receipt of gifts. So it's that person who loves getting the artwork from the child who made the picture for them. And then last but not least is quality time. Quality time. And that's a hard one to kind of decipher when you are busy. Yeah. And again, in the classroom, you see it with that kid who is Velcroed on to their teachers, right? So we see this in the classroom. All of your staff have one. You have one. All the important people in your life have one. And what happens a lot of times, this goes back to our communication chapter that we were talking about, because how you want to recognize people is your love language. So I like deeds of service. Kate likes words of affirmation. So I like to go take over your classroom for a half an hour so that you can have a break. Kate likes to tell you what a great job you did. She might make you a poster. A card is more likely, right? She likes to write you a note.
I was like, there's some in the mailbox.
So I like to do something for you. I keep a list of the things that you like, and I will try to do those things for you. But not everyone on my staff feels appreciation with deeds of service, and some of them are like, she needs to stop coming into my ding dang room and kicking me out. I think I'm doing a thing to make them feel good and make them feel appreciated. They feel like I'm micromanaging them. So you need to know not only your love language, but try to figure out the love language of the members of your staff. Because if you're a physical touch person and all you ever hear from Kate is words, this can create a disconnect and feeling like Kate doesn't value you because all she ever does is put an index card in your paycheck.
And if you do this to Kate all day long and she goes, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Right? So this is about that communication. It's about that professionalism. It's bringing things together, but it also helps you understand why some people on your staff drive you bananas. Why some parents you think are completely checked out and other people on your staff think that those parents are very engaged because they're communicating appreciation in a way that doesn't work to you. It's like they're saying asante sana and you're like, what? I don't understand what that is. That's because they're speaking a different language. They're different love languages.
What did you say?
I said, thank you.
Okay.
In Swahili. So, merci, asante sana. Thank you.
Okay. Merci, I got that one. Okay.
So, spasiba, does that one work?
No.
Okay. So they're saying thank you in a way that you don't understand. And so you have to come to terms with that a little bit. And here's the hard thing. Okay, are you ready? Communicate to your staff how they can show you appreciation. Kate's staff need to know that she wants a thank you note during the week of the young child or boss's appreciation week. Kate wants notes. I would like someone to please clean up my office. Or make me a thing. I want you to make me don't buy me a thing. I don't care about gifts. Make me a thing. So we have to communicate that to our staff. If you are a gifts person, let people know it doesn't matter if it's a $5 gift or it's a $50 gift. It's just that it's a gift. It can be a $1 candy bar. It's that you thought of them and you bought them a gift and you brought it in, or you made them a gift and you brought it in. All of these things help you to run a better program and help you to feel appreciated because you're doing a hard job. So please figure out what your love language is and communicate it to your key staff members.
Absolutely. So make sure that you also fill out in your workbook on chapter 8 so that you know yourself, your management style, your love language, your learning style, and what works best for you. As a director, you're required to have training every year, just like your staff. Well, decide if that needs to be in person, if that needs to be online.
If it needs to be something you can touch.
Yeah.
If you can just do podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely. So figure out what's going to work best for you because, again, we want you to be able to not be overwhelmed. Our whole goal and the reason that we've created this program, and we've spent 21 years teaching directors, is because we want you to be able to leave the course and feel like you've got this and that you can handle the next 6 months with what we're giving you.
Because this is a great job. There are very few jobs where you know for a fact that the work you're doing is changing the way the world is going to be in 20 years. And this job is one of those jobs. So we want you to be able to enjoy it as much as possible.
For as long as possible.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll see you next time. think we